Hello everyone, this is Sir Adrian back here, stepping in for Tintin to film the Ottoman turn for our current game, Operation Bersaglieri, in the fall-winter of 1913. So in terms of purchases, Tintin has 11 IPP. He'll be spending 2 on influence rolls, which we'll get to in a minute, as he's already done those, and they both didn't succeed. And the other 9 IPP he'll be using to buy 3 infantry units. And the influence rolls were for Spain and the Netherlands, but as I said, neither of those succeeded. Or for Greece and the Netherlands, pardon me. But nothing changed there, so we don't have to worry about that. And that leaves him with 0 IPP. And he'll collect another 11 at the end of this turn, so he'll be even, back to 11 once again. And while I'm over here, he had already rolled the tech roll as well, the one that he has for wartime economy, which he got. So I already updated it here, so he moved from stage 1 wartime economy to stage 2 wartime economy. Now then, in terms of attacks, he will be taking everything from northwestern Macedonia, represented by the task force marker there, aside from 1 infantry, and attacking the Montenegrines. So 1 round of combat only, and it is in mountains. So to start off, he has 4 regular infantry, so we'll go ahead and roll those. They'll all be at a 1. So nothing there. We'll go ahead and roll his mountain infantry, which will be at a 2. Nothing there. Oh, and apologies. Before we did those rolls, I won't re-roll them, that's fine, but we were supposed to do the first strike. So he gets 2 artillery units at a 3 for first strike. Okay. And those were both misses, so the defenders will get to respawn. If those were hits, we would have removed those and they wouldn't have gotten to fire back. But seeing as those were misses, we'll go ahead and roll for the defenders. So 1 infantry at a 4. That's 1 hit, and then 1 mountain infantry at a 5. Okay, so 1 hit only. So I imagine it would just be an infantry that he would want to lose. Again, if that's something that you would change Tintin, we could always modify that after the fact and point it out. But that's the cheapest unit, so I imagine that's what would be lost. So then, these 2 units, Montenegrines, live to fight another day, so they get to move back into Montenegro. And then all the rest of these units get to move back into northwestern Macedonia. So we're going to have our 4 infantry. They're moving back there. Our 2 artillery. And our mountain infantry. So that is it in terms of attacks. Oh, pardon me. Sorry guys, I forgot to move this. There was the airship from Central Macedonia that was attacking as well. So that's at a 3. So we'll go ahead and roll that. Okay, so that is a 1. So the Montenegrines will, in fact, lose a unit. And again, I imagine it would be the infantry. So, in fact, the Montenegrines do lose an infantry. So they'll only be left with 1 mountain infantry within Montenegro. And this airship as well will land back in northwestern Macedonia for now. So, now that that's sorted, in terms of non-combat, there's going to be 1 infantry that's going to be railed from Central Macedonia to Eastern Anatolia from Bulgaria. So 1 infantry unit. It's going to come up through Bulgaria, follow the rail through Thrace, all the way to Eastern Anatolia. So we'll place that there for now. Next, we're going to have every other Central Macedonian unit going to move to Northwestern Macedonia, aside from the militia, of course. So you're going to have a colonial that's going to move over there, as well as another 2 infantry units. Place those there. Next, we're going to have all South Macedonian units are going to move into Northwestern Macedonia as well. Once again, evidently aside from the militia, which can't move, so we're going to have another colonial infantry. We're going to have another 2 infantry. I'll do a quick disposition of forces there once we've moved everything. So that's done. The units in Eastern Macedonia are going to move to Thrace. So you're going to have an infantry and a colonial infantry move into Thrace. Right there. And then all the units from Thrace are going to move to Constantinople. So these 2 infantry that were in Thrace are going to move to Constantinople. And then all the units that were in Constantinople. So this artillery, and we'll just grab 2 because we had 2 there already. These 2 infantry are going to move from Constantinople into Anatolia. Apologies for the glare. We don't have curtains here and it's very sunny. But if you can see that, we're going to have, that might be a little bit better. And then in terms of placing units, we're going to have 2 infantry that are going to get placed in Constantinople. And we're going to have 1 infantry that's going to join the other that's already there in Eastern Anatolia. So in terms of a disposition of forces, we should have 2 infantry in Eastern Anatolia, 2 infantry and an artillery in Anatolia, 4 infantry in Constantinople, an infantry and a colonial in Thrace, all the starting militia, except for the starting militia in Northwestern Macedonia. And then in Northwestern Macedonia is where we have the bulk of the forces. So we're going to have 2 colonial infantry, 2 artillery, a mountain infantry, the airship, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regular infantry units. So that's it for the Ottomans. They're going to collect 11 IPP, leaving them with 11. I'll now be back shortly after I update the TTS file for my turn as Imperial Russia. So bye for now.